him there for as long as we can keep him there. So ladies and gentlemen, your iCaucus candidate to the State Assembly, Tim Donnelly.
Thank you, Brian. And thank you guys for inviting us here. My one and only endorsement came from the iCaucus. It was funny because we ran things on our flyers that said endorsed by real people, not politicians.
Thank you.
You know what's funny? People think you can't get elected unless you know people, unless you have tons of money, know how to raise it, unless you get the proper endorsements. And it's very interesting how those endorsements are handed out. I know these people are asking me for them now, and so far it's been a real disaster because you wind up endorsing somebody and then you find out things about them later you wish you hadn't. But everybody's bucking for the endorsement before they really deserve it. You know, an endorsement ought to be based on what you believe and what your record is. And I take my hat off to iCaucus for, and when people say there's no hope for this country, I just have to chuckle. Because they don't get up early enough on Saturday mornings. If you had this meeting at 6:30, you'd have the same number of people here. Because you're committed. And I applaud you for that. Because you're committed, you're what I call patriots. And you owe yourselves a round of applause for that. You know, I hear all day long, and when I ran for office, they said, you can't win. And here's why. And they would give me a list. And they would tell me what I can't do. It's always a big mistake when you're telling that to someone who's the third oldest and 14 children. Because that's a huge competition. So, you know, they would say, you need to buy radio ads, you need to buy cable television ads, you need to run mailers, you need to do an absentee ballot chase. Well, I have news for you, ladies and gentlemen. You can look up absentee ballot chase on Google, which I did, and find out what it is. You don't need to pay a political establishment person $20,000 to do your mailing. We did it for $5,029. We designed it in an outbreak. And we won a campaign with $15,000 and beat people who had spent a grand total of $400,000.
Thank you.